From Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee, they love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for Yan Dogs and pepperoni rolls, probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cougars offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
BYU lines up quickly. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe.
Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will have its first possession of the game. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Looking for a man, it's Wilkins. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He'll get rid of it. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. BYU right back to the line.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Escapes the sack. Looking left. Pulls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Coming after him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Dances away. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he tacked on the extra point. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards and up out the open. Line gets set, first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Touchdown, BYU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Feeling some heat. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David.
Racing down the left side. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the ground with the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. He's got it again. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, you have the run pass.
Pass on the way. It's kicked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle it.
Oh, look out! He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes.
Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if you're...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. BYU lines up quickly.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Pressure. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he made the extra point without problem.
West Virginia, 28.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Line getting set on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got a man. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Pocket starts to collapse. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distance.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Second down coming up.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're trying to get to it. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
Good timing on the quick out.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Wide open downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mountaineer. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to be.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. BYU right back to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Coming after him. He's going to run it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They're going to stay aggressive here. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this run.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
It's a fumble on the play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Timeout called here by the defense. One they've used this half. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. BYU lines up quickly.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing it.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. BYU right back to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback adapting. Fires downfield. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Getting some heat. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Going with the ground game left. Still running at the 40. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. You kicked a field goal. You're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back? And can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is,
he's going up top. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the...
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. BYU lines up quickly. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. He finds his man, and the defense drags him down.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
Quick completion on the out. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, BYU. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Alabama took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Mobile. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he's got it inside the 20. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has him set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Works the middle of the field. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires into the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the 1st row.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Double time hustling to the line to stop the clock.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they were able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Grab near the sticks. It's Ivory. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. BYU with the 1st and 10. Blasted as he lets it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly